Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Okay. Can you see the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we discussed basically the assumptions of the monopoly market in the last class. We looked at the assumptions. We looked at the different features of a monopoly market. We saw how a monopoly actually charges the price. Unlike perfectly competitive firms, the monopoly is the market itself. So monopoly যেটা demand face করবে সেটা actually marketed demand for the good, and whatever is being produced and supplied in the market is by the monopoly, the single firm itself. Right? We looked at all of this in the last class. And we figured out basically how does a monopoly actually charge its price. It charges a price based on the demand curve it actually faces. Just like any other firm, we saw that monopoly also wants to maximize its profit. So if it wants to maximize its profit, it will produce where MR and MC are equal to each other. On the diagram, we can see the MR and MC are intersecting at Q1. So the monopoly will produce Q1 and sell Q1 in the market. But the price it will charge for Q1 will be determined by the demand it faces. So we can see on the demand curve, this is where Q1 is, which means if I go to the vertical axis, this will give me the price. So the monopoly will charge a price of P1 per unit for Q1 units of the good. So when it sells Q1 units in the market, per unit will be sold at P1. One more thing we looked at is that the monopoly, unlike a perfectly competitive firm, has a downward sloping demand curve. Reason is because it has some control over the price of the good. It has the ability to reduce the price and increase the price because it is the single seller in this market. It's producing a unique good which basically has no close substitutes. So it has the ability to control the price. And because it has a downward sloping demand curve, the marginal revenue, the price is always higher than the marginal revenue. Whereas in perfect competition, the price and the marginal revenue are the same for an individual firm. So because the price is higher than the marginal revenue, the demand curve will always be above the marginal revenue curve. Because the monopoly is a price maker, it's a price setter. For any price maker, the price is always higher than the marginal revenue, which means the demand curve is always above the marginal revenue curve. So we looked at this. One more thing we established was that whenever a monopoly is maximizing its profit, for example, it's producing Q1 and selling it at P1 per unit, we can see the price is above the marginal cost. That's not the case for perfect competition, where individual firms are actually, when they are maximizing their profit, producing where MR and MC are equal, the price also equal to the MC. That means perfectly competitive firms are resource allocative efficient, whereas a monopoly is not resource allocative efficient. It is producing and selling at P1, whereas the marginal cost of producing Q1 is MC, which is below the price. So these are some features we looked at. One more thing we looked at was that not necessarily just because it's a monopoly, it will only earn supernormal profit. It can also experience loss. At the end of the day, whether it's earning profit or loss or zero economic profit will ultimately depend on where its average total cost curve is. So if it is above the price, obviously it's experiencing a loss. If it is below the price, it is experiencing a supernormal profit. Just because it's a single seller does not guarantee profit. It's very much possible sometimes it can actually experience losses. অনেক সময় এটা পাবলিক ইউটিলিটির ক্ষেত্রে হয়ে থাকে, যে সময় আমাদেরকে গ্যাস ওয়াটার দেওয়া হয়, it's very much possible that they may run on losses. So these are the things we looked at in the last class. There are certain features we just discussed about perfectly competitive firms and monopoly. We just saw this, that in perfect competition for individual firms, price and the marginal revenue are the same, whereas for the monopolies, the price is higher than the marginal revenue, which means that the demand curve for a monopoly, the demand curve will be above the marginal revenue curve. Whereas for an individual perfectly competitive firm, the demand curve and the marginal revenue curve are both the same. They're both horizontal. And perfectly competitive firms are resource allocative efficient when they are maximizing their profit. That is, the price equals to MC. But that's not the case for monopolists. For monopolists, the price is always above the MC. They're not resource allocative efficient. So these are certain features that are different from each other. এখন আমরা দেখব, সবাই কি শুনতে পাচ্ছে? Is everyone following what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now we are going to compare the consumer's situation when it comes to being in a monopoly market versus in a perfectly competitive market. How does it ultimately affect the consumers? Suppose a product was to be supplied in perfect competition versus the same product to be supplied in monopoly. How does it affect the consumers? So what we can do is we can draw both the markets together and see how it is affecting the economy or society as a whole. So first thing first, এখানে একটা ছোট্ট assumption করে নিব আমরা before I start this to make the thing slightly simpler, which is we are assuming that the marginal cost is constant. Can you see that the marginal cost is completely horizontal? দেখা যাচ্ছে marginal cost is completely horizontal. Okay, this is an assumption that the marginal cost is constant. This is not a very big assumption. আমি যদি এই assumptionটাকে এখন ব্রেকও করি, আমি যদি টিপিক্যাল একটা marginal cost curve draw করি, আমার যে ultimately যে conclusionটা, ultimately যে insightটা আমি পাবো from this whole comparison, it's still the same. সেটা আমরা একটু পরে দেখবো. But it's just to make you help understand it in a slightly simpler manner. Marginal cost is constant. It's not impossible. It can happen. When the firm is experiencing constant returns to scale, basically the average cost remains constant, তখন marginal cost ও constant, তখন কিন্তু দুইটা actually same হয়। constant returns to scale যদি হয়ে থাকে তখন কি হয়, if I draw a little comparison, let's say quantity 1 2 3 4, total cost, let's say total cost is 12 টাকা, 24 টাকা, 36 টাকা, 48 টাকা. So if I had to draw, let's say calculate the ATC, so আমাদের এখানে কি, when you're producing 1 unit the total cost is 12 টাকা, when you're producing 2 units the total cost is 24 টাকা, when you're producing 3 units the total cost is 36 টাকা. So average cost কি হবে? Average cost এর formula মনে আছে? ATC is equal to, do you remember? What is average cost? How do you calculate average total cost?
Yes, total cost
divided by quantity.
Total cost divided by quantity. তাহলে when the firm is producing 1 unit, the average total cost is 12 divided by 1. When the firm is producing 2 units, the average total cost is 24 divided by 2. When the firm is producing 3 units, the average total cost is 36 divided by 3. So that means the average total cost is always 12. এখন আমরা যদি marginal cost calculate করি, marginal cost কি? Change in total cost divided by change in quantity. তাহলে আমার ফার্স্ট ইউনিটের মার্জিনাল কস্ট কি হবে? সবাই কি দেখতে পাচ্ছে?
Yes ma'am.
কত হবে ফার্স্ট ইউনিটের মার্জিনাল কস্ট? 12. Why? So total cost is 12 from 1 unit minus, আমাদের কি চেঞ্জ ইন টোটাল কস্ট, so total cost from 1 unit minus total cost from 0 unit divided by the change in quantities, that's 1 minus 0. So that's what 12 minus 0 divided by 1 minus 0, which is 12 taka. What is the marginal cost of the second unit?
Ma'am, 12 taka.
12. So 24 minus 12 divided by this one, divided by 3 minus 2. The marginal cost of the fourth unit is also 12. 48 minus 36, that's 12 divided by 4 minus 3, which is 1. So that means if the firm is experiencing constant returns to scale, it's very much possible to have marginal cost to be completely constant. সেটা তখন বোঝাচ্ছে যে actually MC আর ATC are the same and they're both horizontal. So it's not a completely wild assumption, it is very much possible. So আমাদের assumptionটা, to make things a little simpler, আমরা আগেই বলে নিচ্ছি যে we are assuming a constant cost industry, that means constant returns to scale, which means the marginal cost is constant. Constant মানে কি, যেটাই হোক না quantity, MC remains the same. তাহলে it's completely horizontal. So let's look at the comparison now. So we start off with our two axes, price slash cost and quantity. You draw, আমরা এখানে মার্কেটের মধ্যে comparison করছি. We are comparing between the perfectly competitive market and the monopoly market. We are comparing between two markets. What if the good was produced under monopoly versus what if the good was produced under perfectly competitive market structure? That's what we're doing. So যেহেতু আমরা মার্কেট ড্র করছি তাহলে যে ডিমান্ড কার্ভটা হবে, it will be downward sloping because we assume demand curves to be downward sloping for the market. Market demand curves are downward sloping. তাহলে আমরা একটা downward sloping demand curve draw করব which will show basically the quantity demanded for different price levels for the good in the entire market. So because it's the market, the demand curve represents basically all what consumers want to buy based on different prices. So this is our marginal cost curve. This is our demand curve. Do you remember perfect competition individual firms এর ক্ষেত্রে কি price আর marginal revenue same না perfect competition এ?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that means we know that the demand curve and the marginal revenue curve are the same for perfectly competitive firms. And আমাদের যে মার্কেট ডিমান্ডটা আমরা ডিমান্ড সাপ্লাই চ্যাপ্টারে পড়েছি না যে ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল ডিমান্ডকে অ্যাড করে মার্কেট ডিমান্ড ক্রিয়েট হয়, which means in perfect competition the demand curve in the market, the demand curve is also the marginal revenue curve. Why? Because for individual perfectly competitive firms, the price and the marginal revenue are the same. And that means the demand curve and the marginal revenue curve are the same for individual perfectly competitive firms. Horizontal demand curve, marginal revenue curve. So আমরা যদি individual firms এর demand curve কে add করি আমরা market demand curve পাবো, which means that for in the market, in perfectly competitive markets, the demand curve and the marginal revenue curve are the same. এই যে downward sloping demand curve টা for perfect competition, that's both the demand curve as well as the marginal revenue curve. এটা কি সবাই বুঝতে পারছে? Are you able to understand what I'm saying? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so did you understand what I said? What did I say? কি বললাম? Yes বললে তো you understood what I said. What did I say? কি বুঝালাম? I'll wait unless someone answers. I'm not going to continue with the class. What did I explain? Yes বলেছে 2-3 জন, আমাকে বুঝাও। What did you understand? What happened? শব্দ নেই কেন? না বুঝলে বলবো বুঝি নাই, সেটাও বলা যাবে। যেহেতু বলেছো you understood, I want to know what you understood. What did I say? Can everybody hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then এখন yes বলছো, এতক্ষণ এক্সপ্লেইন করো কি বুঝালাম মাত্র। What did I just say? শুনি। কি হলো yes বলে এখন চুপ হয়ে গেলাম?
ম্যাম আমার নেটওয়ার্কের সমস্যা করছে ম্যাম, ঠিক মতো আপনার কথা শুনতে পাইনি ম্যাম, সরি।
আচ্ছা, যখন আমি শুনতে পারছো কিনা তখন ঠিকই বলো যে শুনতে পাচ্ছি, কিন্তু যখন প্রশ্নটা করছি তখন কিন্তু কোনো আনসার আসছে না। এটা কি ধরনের নেটওয়ার্ক? যেটা যখন প্রশ্ন করা হয় তখনই কাজ করে না। বলেছে যে পারছে Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then what was I saying before I got disconnected? Last key.
মিস কথা কেটে কেটে আসতেছে।
ম্যাম শোনা যাচ্ছে না ম্যাম।
একজন বলো। What did I? Okay, এখন শোনা যাচ্ছে?
মিস কেটে গেছে কথা।
এখন শোনা যাচ্ছে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
এখন ক্লিয়ারলি শোনা যাচ্ছে? Can you hear me clearly now? You need to say yes or no if you can hear me. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me clearly, everyone?
Yes, ma'am. এখন শুনতে পাচ্ছি ম্যাম।
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
ঠিক আছে। তো আমি ডিসকানেক্ট হওয়ার আগ পর্যন্ত তো সবাই শুনতে পেরেছে আমি কি বলেছি। Yes or no? Your answer is either yes or no. You need to tell me. Did you hear everything I said before we got disconnected?
নো ম্যাম, আপনি বকতেছিলেন, এই পর্যন্ত শোনা গেছিল ম্যাম।
তাহলে বকার আগে যা বলেছি সেটাও তাহলে শুনেছো? এটাকে বকা বলছো? I asked you কি বললাম মাত্র, অনেকে বললো yes মিস বুঝেছি শুনেছি, then I said আচ্ছা তাহলে আমাকে আবার বলো। তো এখন কেউ বলতে পারছে না কেন, আমি সেটা জানতে চাই।
ম্যাম তখন কে বলছে ম্যাম সেটা তো বলতে পারি না ম্যাম।
হ্যাঁ আমি তোমাকে একা বলছি না, আমি সবাইকেই বলছি এর জন্য। যে দুই একজন বলেছে অ্যাটলিস্ট তারা এতটুকু তো বলেছে যে ইয়েস অর নো, বাকিরা তো সেটাতেও নাই। ইয়েস অর নো বলার পরে তো আমি এটাই বললাম যে আমাকে বলো যে আমি কি বললাম মাত্র। দ্যাটস ইট, জাস্ট রিপিট হোয়াট আই সেড, নাথিং এলস। No one is responding. This is not how you do classes. Obviously there are consequences to this. This I will keep in mind and accordingly আমি মিড টার্মের পেপার চেক করব যে এতবার বলার পরেও no one is responding. As I was saying that we are comparing between two markets, perfectly competitive markets and the monopoly market. We want to see how it basically each market affects the consumer. If a good was supplied in perfect competition versus in monopoly, how would it affect the consumers? শুনতে পাচ্ছি সবাই আমার কথা?
Yes, ma'am.
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
Okay, so therefore we will draw the diagram for the market. We are looking at two markets, not individual firms. We started with the demand curve. we started with the marginal cost curve. আমরা বলে দিচ্ছি যে this is a constant cost situation. That means there's constant returns to scale. That means আমরা একটা example দেখিয়েছিলাম, mathematical example, that the marginal cost remains constant. Regardless of what you're producing, it's always the same. So this is also equal to the ATC, but now we are not concerned about the ATC. আমরা এটা পরে দেখব. We looked at, then we moved on to the demand curve. It's a market, so therefore the demand curve is downward sloping. And for perfect competition, we know that for individual firms, their price and the marginal revenue are the same, which means that the demand curve and the marginal revenue curve are the same. Which means আমরা perfect competition এখন যদি মার্কেটে আসি, individual demand curve কে add করি তো market demand create হচ্ছে. That means the demand curve represents both the demand as well as the marginal revenue curve in perfect competition. এখন আমরা দেখব perfect competition এ আসলে কতটুকু produce হচ্ছে. We know perfectly competitive firms will produce in this market, in any market, firms are going to produce where the marginal revenue and the marginal cost are the same. They're going to produce the profit maximizing level of output. If in perfect competition, the demand curve and the marginal revenue curve are the same, that means in perfect competition, they will produce where the demand curve intersects the marginal cost curve. At point B. Point B te demand curve and marginal cost ta intersect korche, which means in perfect competition, QPC, this is the amount of the output that will be produced and sold in the market. Eta ki shobai bujhte parche? Are you able to follow this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So because in perfect competition, the demand curve also represents the marginal revenue curve. Wherever the demand curve is intersecting the marginal cost curve, that is how much quantity will be produced and sold in the perfectly competitive market. That means QPC is what which will be produced and sold in the perfectly competitive market system. So this is perfect competition. কথা বলছি আমরা. So that means আমাদের কি price charge হচ্ছে? PPC, because we know that the price that is being charged is where marginal revenue and the price is the same for perfect competition, and in profit maximizing, the perfect competition price, RMC, are also the same whenever they're maximizing profit in perfect competition. Because it's a constant cost situation, this is actually equal to ATC, and they're actually not making any supernormal profit because price আর ATC সমান হয়ে যাচ্ছে. So they are making zero economic profit. This is the price they are charging, PPC, and where is this price? At this point, the price, marginal cost, marginal revenue, everything is the same, just like we looked at in perfect competition. এখন আমি যদি consumer situationটা এখন determine করতে চাইতাম, we want to see what happens to the consumer surplus. What is the consumer surplus? The benefit that the consumers are receiving from the existence of a market. আমরা দেখেছি কনজিউমার সারপ্লাসটা হচ্ছে এই যে বেনিফিটটা, যে ওয়েলফেয়ারটা কনজিউমাররা গেইন করছে বিকজ দেয়ার ইজ আ মার্কেট ফর দ্য গুড দ্যাট দে আর ডিমান্ডিং, সেইটার উপরে যখন একটা নাম্বার প্লেস করি সেটাকে কনজিউমার সারপ্লাস বলি। সো কনজিউমার সারপ্লাস ইজ, ইফ উই লুক এট আ ডায়াগ্রাম, ইটস নাথিং দ্য এরিয়া বিলো দ্য ডিমান্ড কার্ভ and above the price. So that means if this is the demand curve and this is where the price is in perfect competition, this triangle is the consumer surplus. The area below the demand curve and above the price, that is the consumer surplus. So age area to this little triangle, this triangle which is below the demand curve, this is our demand curve, and above the price, this triangle represents the consumer surplus when there is perfect competition in the market. So a product ta jodi ami perfectly competitive market e produce kore sell kortam, QPC would have been produced and sold at price PPC. That means that this area represents the consumer surplus that is being experienced by the consumers when the product is being produced under perfectly competitive market structure. এতটুকু সবাই কি বুঝতে পারছে যে এটা consumer surplus?
Yes, ma'am.
Below the demand curve, above the price. এটা আমরা দেখেছিলাম consumer surplus producer surplus chapter. This is the case when there is perfect competition. So let me erase all of this and go for monopoly. Now we look at the monopoly situation. So perfect competition consumer surplus টা হচ্ছে this large area which can be A, B, P, PC. This much area represents the consumer surplus when there is perfect competition, when QPC is being produced. Now, when it comes to monopoly, we already know that the monopoly is the market. So the demand curve represents the market demand curve. But for the case of monopoly ক্ষেত্রে আমরা কি জানি that the price is above the marginal revenue. It's not equal to the marginal revenue, which means that the marginal revenue curve is below the demand curve for a monopoly. That's the difference. That the price is above the marginal revenue, which means that the marginal revenue curve will be below the demand curve for a monopoly producer. Again, monopoly একইভাবে decision নিবে কতটুকু produce করবে। MC আর MR যেখানে equal. So we can see that the marginal cost curve and the marginal revenue curve for the monopoly, which is the yellow curve, are intersecting at this point, which means the monopoly is going to produce QM amount of the output. সবাই কি বুঝতে পারছে যে কিভাবে QM টা আমরা ডিসাইড করলাম?
ম্যাম একটু রিপিট করেন ম্যাম প্লিজ।
Every firm produces where MC and MR are equal. That's a profit maximizing level of output. In the monopoly market, আমরা কি জানি? That the price is more than the marginal revenue. For any price setter, the price is higher than the marginal revenue, which means that the demand curve will always be above the marginal revenue curve for a monopoly or any price setter, any price maker. So এই কার্ভগুলো আমরা আগেই দেখেছিলাম. So this downward sloping demand curve is the market demand curve faced by the monopoly. This downward sloping marginal revenue curve is the marginal revenue curve for the monopoly. Because price is above MR, that means the demand curve will also be above the MR curve for the monopoly. তাহলে আমরা কিভাবে ডিসাইড করব? আমাদের অলরেডি মার্জিনাল কস্ট কার্ভ আছে, কস্টের কার্ভটা দুইটার জন্যই সেম, ইটস দ্য সেম কস্ট কন্ডিশনস। মার্জিনাল কস্ট কার্ভ অলরেডি দেয়া আছে, এমসি আর এমআর যেখানে ইন্টারসেক্ট করছে, দিস ইজ ওয়্যার দ্য marginal cost curve and the marginal revenue curve for the monopoly is intersecting. That means the monopoly is going to produce QM. MC MR কোথায় equal? Where this red dot is. This is where MC and MR are equal for the monopoly. Monopoly will produce QM. বুঝা যাচ্ছে এখন?
Yes ma'am.
Now, monopoly, unlike the perfect competition, যেখানে যেটা MC সেটাই price charge হচ্ছে, unlike that, that's not going to happen in the monopoly market. The monopoly will charge a price that is allowed by the demand curve, the highest price that the demand curve will allow. We can see a QM টা আমরা যদি demand curve যাই, market demand curve, we can see it's here. That means the monopoly knows. So if I go to the vertical axis, this is the price, PM. The monopoly knows that when price PM is charged, he can still sell QM quantity. The quantity demanded at PM, if I go to the demand curve, is QM. So unlike perfect competition, he will not charge the price that is equal to marginal cost. He will charge the price that is allowed to charge to sell QM, that it can charge according to the demand curve, যেটা consumers are willing to pay. আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি মার্কেটে QM সেল হওয়ার জন্য consumers are willing to pay PM per unit if I go to the demand curve. So that means your monopoly will be charging a price PM for quantity QM. যখন quantity QM produce করে সেল করবে মার্কেটে, per unit will be sold at price PM by the monopoly. So can you see the first difference that a same product যদি perfect competition এ produce হতো আর সেল হতো, PPC would have been charged, whereas এই একই প্রোডাক্টটা এখন মোনোপলিতে প্রডিউস হচ্ছে আর সেল হচ্ছে, একটা আরো মাচ হায়ার প্রাইসে সেল হচ্ছে না সেম প্রোডাক্ট? সবাই কি শুনতে পাচ্ছে?
জি ম্যাম।
So the same product, আমরা ফার্স্টে দেখেছি if it was a perfectly competitive market, we saw if it was a perfectly competitive market, PPC would be charged and QPC would be produced and sold. But in a monopoly market, the same product would be sold at PM and total QM units would be sold. The first difference you can see is that the same product is being sold at a higher price in the monopoly market. তাহলে you tell me, consumer surplus এর কি হবে এখন? Will it increase or decrease your benefit as a consumer? Will it be higher in monopoly or lower? then compared to perfect competition? Your welfare, your well-being, your benefit as a consumer, সেটা কি মোনোপলিতে বেশি হবে না পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশনে? এমআর থেকে নিচের মানেটা কি? আমার প্রশ্ন ছিল কনজিউমার সারপ্লাস। তোমার কনজিউমার সারপ্লাস কি? The well-being, the amount of benefit you're receiving from purchasing a good or service, that's consumer surplus. Perfect competition আমরা দেখেছি this triangle shows my consumer surplus. That means যখন price PPC and QPC produce হচ্ছে, this is the consumer surplus. এখন price monopoly-তে হচ্ছে PM and QM is being produced. তোমার consumer surplus কি বাড়বে না কমে যাবে?
কমে যাবে ম্যাম।
কমে যাবে because you are paying a higher price for the same product now. You are paying a much higher price PM for the same good which could have been sold at PPC if it was in perfect competition. But monopoly-তে কি হচ্ছে? একই প্রোডাক্টটা সেল হচ্ছে but at a higher price. That means the consumer surplus is lower under monopoly conditions compared to perfect competition. What is the consumer surplus? The area below the demand curve and above the price. In monopoly, the price is PM. So that means this is the demand curve, this is the price. This area is the consumer surplus when there is a monopoly. So that means monopoly-তে consumer surplus কোন এরিয়াটা হবে? A, C, PM. So which triangle is bigger? The one for perfect competition or the one for monopoly?
Perfect competition.
Perfect competition. Obviously, in perfect competition, a lower price is being charged for the same product. That means the consumer surplus is much higher. এই এতটুকু area extra পাবে consumersরা if the product was sold in perfect competition versus in monopoly. So if you had a choice between perfect competition and monopoly, as a consumer, you would choose perfect competition because it is more beneficial to you. এতটুকু সবাই বুঝতে পেরেছে?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
এই যে এরিয়াটা this much if I moved from perfect competition, যে একটা প্রোডাক্ট সাপোজ পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশনে সাপ্লাই হচ্ছে, এখন আমরা সেটাকে মোনোপলিতে সাপ্লাই করব because of monopolization কি হচ্ছে? This much area is no longer enjoyed by the consumers. This is what the consumers are losing due to monopolization. আমি যদি এখন পারফেক্টলি কম্পিটিটিভ মার্কেট থেকে এই প্রোডাক্টটাকে চেঞ্জ করে এখন মোনোপলি মার্কেটে সেল করা শুরু করি, this is what the consumers are going to lose. So এখানে তো আমরা একটা মার্জিনাল কস্ট একদম কনস্ট্যান্ট দেখেছিলাম. It could have been upward sloping, it could have been like the one that we have seen. Story is still the same. Perfect sloping demand curve, এখানে D আর AR লেখা. AR বলতে বোঝাচ্ছে average revenue. Oftentimes you see in many books AR দেয়া হয়, AR আর average revenue is the same. Average revenue is nothing but total revenue divided by quantity. So total revenue কি? Price into quantity divided by quantity. এর মানে কি? This is equal to price. Average revenue is nothing but the price, and average revenue curve is therefore nothing but the demand curve. Because demand curve কি দেখায়? Price আর quantity relationship. Average revenue দেখাচ্ছে the relationship between average revenue and quantity. And because price and average revenue are the same, the demand curve and average revenue curve are also the same. তো অনেক জায়গায় এটা থাকতে পারে. এটা যেহেতু আমি পড়াইনি, এটা আমি কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন করব না, I'm just showing it to you in case you come across this. So D এর সাথে অনেক সময় AR লেখা থাকবে. So এখানে আমরা একই ডায়াগ্রাম দেখছি, the difference হচ্ছে marginal cost. It's somewhat typical looking একটা marginal cost curve. একই কথা এখানে হচ্ছে. If it was perfectly competitive market, obviously আমরা জানি যে in the market the demand curve and the marginal revenue curve are the same. In perfect competition, the demand curve and the marginal revenue curve are the same. তাহলে MCMR কে intersect করছে এখানে. That means the market will produce QC at price PC. সবাই কি শুনতে পাচ্ছে?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the marginal cost curve আমরা কি দেখেছিলাম? Perfect competition individual firm এর marginal cost curve টা কি? তো আমরা supply curve ধরি. So marketeও এই যে MC curve-টা is actually synonymous to the supply curve. So if you notice carefully, this is where the supply and the demand are intersecting. This is the equilibrium price. So because individual firms এর marginal cost curve থেকে আমরা supply curve create করি, that means market-এও supply curve-টা actually you can say market marginal cost curve যেটা সেটাকে আমরা supply curve বলে নিই। That means এই যে প্রাইসটা চার্জ হচ্ছে PC, that is actually the equilibrium price because it is basically the intersection between the supply curve and the demand curve. তো এখানে
এটা
কি
কিন্তু পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশনই হবে?
No, generally আমরা marginal cost supply curve টা actually is known as the marginal cost curve or the social cost curve. It represents the same thing. Even if you had your usual demand supply curve, অনেক জায়গায় দেখবা যে demand curve কে marginal benefit curve বলা হয় আর marginal cost supply curve কে marginal cost curve বলা হয়। Because it represents that as I produce more and more, আমাদের opportunity cost বাড়তে থাকে. So that's why we have an upward sloping supply curve. যেহেতু opportunity cost বাড়তে থাকে, every unit I'm producing becomes more expensive. Therefore, price also has to rise. Otherwise, I will not supply the product in the market. That's why supply curve কেও আমরা marginal cost curve ধরে নিই।
ওকে ম্যাম।
So if the MC curve is synonymous to supply curve and the demand curve is synonymous to marginal revenue curve, this gives us the profit maximizing level of output. MC and MR are equal, and we can see the supply and the demand curve intersecting here. Obviously, that means this is our equilibrium price in the market. যখন এই প্রাইসটা চার্জ হচ্ছে, consumer surplus কি? Below the demand curve, above the price. This is the consumer surplus under perfect competition. But what if it was produced under monopoly? একই diagram, this time আমি এখন monopoly situationটা দেখব। Monopoly ক্ষেত্রে demand আর marginal revenue same না। The marginal revenue is below the demand curve. This is the marginal revenue curve for the monopoly. So MC and MR are intersecting here. The monopoly will produce QM and it will charge a price up to its demand curve. For QM, it will charge a price by going to the demand curve, which is PM. এখানে কি হচ্ছে? The monopoly is charging a price PM, which means the consumer surplus is again area below the demand curve, above the price. This is the consumer surplus under monopoly. So even if you change the shape of your marginal cost curve, horizontal এর জায়গায় আমাদের typical MC curve যদি draw করি, কথা একই, consumer surplus in monopoly is lower than in perfect competition. Can you see that the consumer surplus in monopoly is much smaller than in perfect competition?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's the story is the same. Even if you change your MC curve, the story at the end of the day it's still the same. The consumers are actually gaining more in perfect competition compared to monopoly. আগে কি ছিল? এই যে এতটুকু, before this much was your consumer surplus under perfect competition. Under monopoly is this little red area. তাহলে consumers, because এখন QC এর জায়গায় QM প্রডিউস হচ্ছে, কনজিউমারদের কি হচ্ছে? এই এতটুকু যে কনজিউমার সারপ্লাসটা ছিল সেটা আগে কনজিউমারদের ছিল, এখন এটা কাদের হয়ে যাচ্ছে? এখন ইজ বিং ট্রান্সফার টু দ্য প্রোডিউসার। Why? Because the producer can charge a higher price now. That's why. So there's a transfer of welfare or basically benefits that's taking place from consumers to producers. Why? Because the producer is charging a much higher price now. So consumer surplus তো কমে যাচ্ছে আর এই সারপ্লাসটা কার কাছে যাচ্ছে? প্রোডিউসারের কাছে চলে যাচ্ছে actually. So the whole point behind all of this discussion is that consumer surplus is much lower in monopoly than compared to perfect competition. If the same product was being produced under perfect competition versus monopoly, as a consumer, you would want perfect competition. Why? Because A, more is being produced. Can you দেখা যাচ্ছে? QC is higher than QM.
কথা বেজে বেজে আসছে ম্যাম।
কথা বেজে বেজে আসছে সবার?
Yes, ma'am. একটু বাইরে বাইরে
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Last thing clearly কি শুনেছিলে? What was the last thing you heard clearly?
আমি মনোপলির সারপ্লাসের ব্যাপারটা শুনেছিলাম ম্যাম।
Okay. So এটা সবাই বুঝতে পেরেছে যে monopoly-তে consumer surplus will perfect competition এতটুকু বোঝা গিয়েছে?
কিছু
Can
শোনা
everyone
যায়
hear me? হ্যাঁ, Okay, I got disconnected. এখন শোনা যাচ্ছে কথা?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম এখন
Yes,
শোনা
ma'am.
যাচ্ছে।
Okay. স্লাইড দেখা যাচ্ছে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
Okay. সবাই কি এতটুকু বুঝতে পেরেছে that in monopoly the consumer surplus is lower compared to perfect competition? Did you understand this much?
Yes, ma'am.
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
Why? Because the monopoly charges a much higher price compared to perfect competition. A product যদি perfect competition sell হতো, it would have been sold at PC and total QC would have been produced. Whereas if it is being produced and sold in a perfectly competitive market, the price would have been PM and total QM would have been produced. তাহলে monopoly-তে কি হচ্ছে? A higher price is being charged and a lower quantity is being produced. As a consumer, you would want perfect competition. Can everyone hear me?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
Okay. So we looked at the comparison between the consumer surpluses. Perfect competition hole, this would have been the consumer surplus, the area below the demand curve and above the price. If it is monopoly, it would have been this area. This would have been the consumer surplus. You can see এখন যেহেতু QC এর জায়গায় QM প্রডিউস হচ্ছে, কনজিউমারদের কি হচ্ছে, সারপ্লাসটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি কমে যাচ্ছে বিকজ দ্য প্রাইস ইজ হায়ার নাও। এই যে এতটুকু এরিয়াটা, this area was a part of the consumer surplus. আগে কনজিউমার সারপ্লাসে যে ট্রায়াঙ্গেলটা ছিল সেটার মধ্যে এরিয়াটা ছিল, এখন কিন্তু আর সেটা নাই। মানে কি, এটা ট্রান্সফার হয়ে যাচ্ছে টু প্রোডিউসার্স। এটা কি বোঝা যাচ্ছে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
Okay. So the main idea behind everything, the whole discussion is that under monopoly, consumer surplus is lower compared to perfect competition. So এখানে আমরা দেখব, now we're going to have a discussion about why do we not want a monopoly. এই যে এতক্ষণ ডিসকাশন করলাম একই জিনিস, যে the case against the monopoly. Why do we not want monopoly compared to perfect competition? Because at the end of the day, monopoly is inefficient. If I compare to perfect competition, the monopoly is inefficient. Why? Because it produces a quantity much lower than the perfectly competitive quantity and it charges a much higher price. Can everybody hear me?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So at the diagram, it's still the same. We can see that the demand curve টাকে যেখানে marginal cost curve টা intersect করছে, so এখানে একই assumption. We have a constant cost situation where MC is constant, therefore MC and ATC are equal. আমরা calculation করে দেখেছিলাম initially that when you have constant returns to scale, the marginal cost and the average total cost are constant and they're actually equal to each other. So এখানে again, same story. Draw your demand curve and your marginal cost curve. When the market demand curve and the marginal cost are intersecting, that's how much the perfectly competitive market is producing. So that means MC আর MR, because in perfect competition demand আর MR same, তাহলে MC আর MR intersect করছে at point B, QPC will be produced under perfect competition. Whereas, so এখানে remember one thing, ATC, MC and price, they're all equal. তাহলে perfect competition এখানে কি zero economic profit দেখাচ্ছে. That is, the price is equal to the ATC. It's the same at this point. That means there is no supernormal profit or loss. The price and ATC are equal. That means there is zero economic profit. কোনো producer surplus অথবা profit নেই এখানে in perfect competition. Whereas এই same productটা এখন যদি monopoly-তে produce হয়, again, intersection between the marginal revenue and the marginal cost curve will give you the profit maximizing level of output. So for the monopoly, MR and the demand are not the same. This is the MR curve that is below the demand curve. So MR MC ke intersect korche at point D. So the monopoly producing QM and it is charging a price. If we go to the demand curve here, so it's charging a price PM. এতটুকু সবাই বুঝতে পেরেছে যে কিভাবে ড্র করব দুইটা ডায়াগ্রাম একসাথে?
Yes, ma'am.
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
Okay. So again, we can see that in case of the monopoly, it's charging a much higher price and producing a much lower quantity. In this case, can you see that this is ATC curve টা হচ্ছে এখানে, this is ATC. QM প্রডিউস করার জন্য ATC হচ্ছে at point D, প্রাইসটা আমরা দেখছি from point C। তাহলে for a monopoly what's happening, PM is higher than ATC. The monopoly is actually earning a supernormal profit. The price that the monopoly is charging is PM. The average total cost of producing QM is here, point B, ATC thing. So this price is much higher than the ATC for the monopoly. So in case of monopoly, it is making supernormal profit and there is producer surplus. So let's look at ultimately how it is affecting the economy. আমি যদি পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশন জায়গায় মোনোপলিতে প্রডিউস করি, এই যে ইকোনমির ইফেক্টটাকে কি বলি সেটা আমরা আগেই দেখেছি। সো প্রথম কাজ কি, we look at the consumer surpluses. Monopoly আন্ডারে যদি প্রডিউস হতো, the consumer surplus below the demand curve, above the price. This is the consumer surplus. If it was being produced under perfect competition, again below the demand curve and above the price charged by perfect competition. So this whole triangle. So আমাদের ডিফারেন্সটা কি? If we move from perfect competition to monopoly, what are we losing? We are losing this triangle. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what we are actually losing. So কি হচ্ছে? There are two things happening. One, you're charging a much higher price. Perfect competition comparatively monopoly একটা much higher price charge করছে. At the same time, it is producing a much lower quantity. So as a consumer, you're not only paying more, you're also basically you also have less to buy from. So you're losing on both sides. And ultimately the society is actually losing. So when we move from the perfectly competitive output QPC to the monopoly output QM, the society is losing this much. আর সেটাকে আমরা অলরেডি জানি, এটাকে আমরা বলি dead weight loss. This is the loss, this is the welfare loss or the loss in the efficiency society because the perfectly competitive quantity is not being produced. Rather, when you produce monopoly output, you're actually losing some benefit in the society. So কি হচ্ছে, আগে এই যে এই blue triangle, it was a part of the consumer surplus. Now it is no longer a part of the consumer surplus. At the same time, do you see that this little rectangle, এই এতটুকু, এটাকে যদি আমরা green shade করি, this was a part of the consumer surplus, but now you will see it's actually a part of the producer surplus. Producer surplus কি? Below the price, above the supply curve. আমরা যদি marginal costটাকে supply curve synonym ধরে নিতে পারি, তাহলে above the supply curve, below the price. This is now being transferred to the consumer surplus. This is nothing but the supernormal profit earned by the monopoly. Supernormal profit, যে extra profit earn করছে per unit থেকে, this is the supernormal profit. So এই যে বেনিফিটটা, এই গেইনটা আগে কনজিউমারের ছিল যখন পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশন ছিল, it was a part of the consumer surplus. Now it is being enjoyed by the producer because we are now in monopoly. The producer is able to charge a much higher price and produce a much lower quantity. So this surplus that was a part of the consumer surplus in perfect competition is now being enjoyed by the producer. This is nothing but the supernormal profit. Whereas a blue triangle, which was a part of the consumer surplus, is not being enjoyed by anyone. Eta perfect competition থেকে monopoly তে move করার জন্য, this is a loss to the society. সেটা না producer enjoy করতে পারছে না consumer. Consumer কেন পারছে না? Because a lower quantity is being produced. এই এতটুকু কোয়ান্টিটি এখন কনজিউমার পারচেজ করতে পারবে না আমার, and they are paying a much higher price. Producerও কিছুটা লুজ করছে because due to monopoly, because it wants to charge a higher price, it can no longer sell this quantity. তার কিছুটা রেভিনিউ হলো এখান থেকে কমে যাচ্ছে because সে এখন much higher একটা প্রাইস চার্জ করছে, সে আগের মতো সেল করতে পারবে না. So it is a loss to both producers and consumers. This is a loss that is being borne by the society. The society experience করতে হচ্ছে, তাই সেটাকে আমরা dead weight loss বলি. The difference between the perfectly competitive quantity and the monopoly quantity, that is the dead weight loss. Is everyone following?
Yes, ma'am.
So whenever আমরা বলেছি কি, whenever একটা competitive quantity produce না হয়, efficient quantity যখন produce হচ্ছে না, তখনই আমরা একটা dead weight loss create হবে, and that's the case here. If it was under perfect competition আমরা কি দেখছি যে demand supply actually একই জায়গায় intersect করছে and there is zero economic profit and the society is actually enjoying the highest level efficiency possible. But if you move to monopoly, a higher price is being charged and a lower quantity produce. Consumer lose করছে because they are paying a higher price for a lower quantity. ওরা বেশি প্রাইসে কম কোয়ান্টিটি পারচেজ করতে পারছে। So they're definitely losing in both sides. Producer যদিও আগে থেকে একটু বেশি গেইন করছে because সে হায়ার প্রাইস চার্জ করছে, সে প্রফিট করছে and so on, তার কিছুটা হলেও লস হচ্ছে এখানে, which is because it is now not being able to sell as much. হাই প্রাইসের কস্টটা কিভাবে আসছে প্রোডিউসারের ক্ষেত্রে, তার একটু সেলস কমিয়ে দিতে হচ্ছে because প্রাইস বাড়লে কোয়ান্টিটি ডিমান্ড কমে যাবে। সেটা থেকে কিছুটা হলেও প্রোডিউসারও কিছুটা হলেও অ্যাকচুয়ালি লুজ করছে। That's why this is known as a loss to the society, not just consumer. It's a loss to everyone. That's the deadweight loss. So whenever a good is being produced under perfect competition versus under monopoly, there will be a deadweight loss under monopoly. There will be a welfare loss. এটা কি সবাই বুঝেছে?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So ওখানে তো we had a completely constant MC curve. It could have been an MC curve that looks like this or completely at upward sloping to linear MC curve. It's still the same thing. There would be a deadweight loss. কথা একই. If I look at this diagram, আমাদের perfect competition হলে আমাদের marginal cost demand curve intersect করছে at this point. QC would have been produced and PC would have been charged. Whereas একই প্রোডাক্টের যদি আমি মোনোপলিতে এখন সেল করি, আমাদের মার্জিনাল রেভিনিউ কার্ভ হচ্ছে এখানে, this is the marginal cost curve. That means QM would be produced under monopoly and PM would be price. So that means এই যে ডিফারেন্সটা, this triangle, this is the deadweight loss. This is the deadweight loss to the society. The difference between the two quantities. What if I move from perfect competition to monopoly? আমি QC এর জায়গায় যদি এখন QM সাপ্লাই করি because perfect competition থেকে monopoly-তে যাচ্ছি, এই যে ট্রায়াঙ্গেলটা, দিস ইজ স্টিল দ্য সেম। এখানে আমাদের একটা লিনিয়ার আপওয়ার্ড স্লোপিং এমসি কার্ভ আছে, কথা একই। পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশন হলে দিস ইজ দ্য ডিমান্ড কার্ভ, দিস ইজ দ্য মার্জিনাল কস্ট কার্ভ, QC would have been produced and PC would have been charged. Monopoly হলে the green one is the marginal revenue curve, MCMR এখানে intersect করছে, QM would have been produced and PM would have been charged. Again, the difference between the two quantities, this yellow triangle, that is your deadweight loss. So even if your MC, even if it's constant, it's your typical looking MC curve, or if it's a completely linear upward sloping MC curve, the end concludes to incur when it comes to monopoly compared to perfect competition. এটা কি সবাই বুঝতে পারছে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম। ম্যাম আপনি এখানে কোশ্চেনটা কিভাবে করবেন? আপনি কি আমাদের ম্যাথ করিয়ে
আমি
তারপরে
যদি বলে না দেই যে কি ধরনের মার্জিনাল কস্ট কার্ভ হবে, it's up to you if you want to draw this marginal cost or our constant marginal cost, কথা একই। But I may ask you to show me the comparison between a product being supplied under perfect competition or under monopoly. Then I may ask you, okay, show me what is the society experiencing this because of this. তখন তুমি আমাকে দেখাতে পারবা যে এটার কারণে কনজিউমার সারপ্লাস হচ্ছে এটা in monopoly versus in perfect competition, and this is the deadweight loss. এখানে কোনো ম্যাথমেটিক্যাল ক্যালকুলেশন নাই, this is based on diagrams, and as long as you understand what this diagram is telling you, that's enough. ডায়াগ্রামটার আলটিমেট কনক্লুশন কি বোঝা যাচ্ছে? কি বোঝাতে যাচ্ছে? এটা কি বোঝা যাচ্ছে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম, ডেডওয়েট লসটা আর এবং সারপ্লাসটা দুইটা জিনিস।
হ্যাঁ, কেন এটা? সেটার জন্য আমার আগে কিন্তু প্রাইস আর কোয়ান্টিটিটা বের করে নিতে হবে। আমার বলে নিতে হবে যে কোনটা মোনোপলি প্রাইস, কোনটা মোনোপলি কোয়ান্টিটি, কোনটা পারফেক্টলি কম্পারেটিভ প্রাইস, কোনটা পারফেক্টলি কম্পারেটিভ কোয়ান্টিটি, এন্ড দেন আমি বলতে পারবো যে সারপ্লাসের, কনজিউমার সারপ্লাসের কি হচ্ছে, প্রোডিউসার সারপ্লাসের কি হচ্ছে, এন্ড ডেডওয়েট লসের কি হচ্ছে।
ওকে ম্যাম।
Okay, so This was the case against the monopoly. That means, why do we not want a monopoly? Why? Because the monopoly results in a deadweight clause. But you can have a case for monopoly. There's a reason why monopolies exist, and sometimes because they probably need to exist. If you think about the utilities provided by the government, in most cases, monopoly chara, it would be very difficult to provide them. So if we had basically a choice, if someone gave you a choice that you can choose between monopoly and perfect competition, you would always choose perfect competition. Because as a consumer, in competition, you're being in the
ম্যাম
market.
কিছু শোনা
And
যায়নি
ultimately-
ম্যাম
But এখন শোনা যাচ্ছে?
মিস মাঝখানের কথা শোনা যায়নি।
এখন শোনা যাচ্ছে
Can
ম্যাম
you hear now? Okay. So if you are a consumer, if you are given a choice between perfect competition and monopoly, you would always choose perfect competition, right? Naki, would you choose monopoly?
পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশন
পারফেক্ট
Perfect
কম্পিটিশন।
competition. Because you're paying a lower price compared to monopoly, and there is more to buy from. Quantity market aro beshi. And there is no deadweight clause. Amra jodi society kotha chinta kori. But you don't always have that choice. It is very much possible that there is a demand for a good. যে একটা গুডের ডিমান্ড আছে মার্কেটে, কিন্তু তার প্রোডাকশন কস্ট এত বেশি হাই, মার্জিনাল কস্ট এন্ড অ্যাভারেজ টোটাল কস্ট এতই বেশি হাই দ্যাট কারেন্টলি ফার্মস আর নট এবল টু প্রডিউস ইট। সো লেটস লুক এট দিস ডায়াগ্রাম দেখা যাচ্ছে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম
ওকে, সো কারেন্টলি আবার আমরা কনস্ট্যান্ট কস্ট ইন্ডাস্ট্রি চিন্তা করে নিচ্ছি। ইউ ক্যান look into our typical looking MC curve, you can look into our typical looking ATC curve, that is also fine, but this just makes it simple, so we can stick to this. আমাদের এখন ডিমান্ড কার্ভ আছে এই প্রোডাক্টের জন্য। you have a market demand, you have a demand curve, people want to buy it, they're willing to buy it at different prices, but the marginal cost and the ATC curve for producing this is here, MC1 ATC1. এই MC কার্ভটা আর মার্জিনাল রেভিনিউ কার্ভ অথবা ডিমান্ড কার্ভ কি কোথাও কি ইন্টারসেক্ট করছে? এমসি কার্ভটা মার্জিনাল রেভিনিউ কার্ভ কি কোথাও ইন্টারসেক্ট করছে? দিস ওয়ান
নো ম্যাম
nowhere. That means currently there is no profit maximizing level of output. তাহলে ফার্মসরা কি এটা প্রোডিউস করতে চাবে না, তারা এটা মার্কেটে প্রোডিউস করে সাপ্লাই করবে না, বিকজ দের MC1 কার্ভটা কোথাওই এমআর কার্ভকে ইন্টারসেক্ট করছে না। there is no profit maximizing output. তাহলে এটা মার্কেটে সাপ্লাই হবে না। একটা জিনিস যদি মার্কেটে সাপ্লাই না হয় সেটা তো কনজিউমার পারচেজ করতে পারবে না if it doesn't exist in the market. That means there is no consumer surplus. Consumers are not benefiting from it. But suppose there is one firm, there is a firm, let's say due to economies of scale or due to the help from the government through public franchising or patenting is able to reduce the cost of production. যে অন্য ফার্মের পক্ষে এটা সম্ভব হচ্ছে না, বাট হতে পারে there is one firm যার পক্ষে it's possible to produce at a much lower cost and bring down the marginal cost curve and average cost curve. এখন কি হচ্ছে? এখন ফার্মটার এমসি কার্ভ আর এটিসি কার্ভ হচ্ছে হিয়ার, MC2 and ATC. এখন is it intersecting the marginal revenue curve? এমসি কার্ভটা কি এমআর কে এখন ইন্টারসেক্ট করছে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম
তাহলে there is now for this firm there is a profit maximizing level of output which is QM. So this firm will now become a monopoly because it's the only firm which has the ability to bring down the cost, and by bringing down the cost it is able to find the profit maximizing level of output which is QM, যেখানে MR আর MC equal. তো এখন QM মার্কেটে প্রডিউস হবে at price PM. So এই যে the area below the demand curve and above the price, this red area is now the consumer surplus. So even though consumer surplus দেখে মনে হচ্ছে it's not a lot, but if you compare to your previous situation যখন কোনো ফার্মে প্রডিউস করছিল না which was zero, you still have some consumer surplus. So এখানে কি হচ্ছে? There was a demand for the good. Initially no firm was willing to produce it. Why? Because there was no profit maximizing quantity for them. But then there came a firm, a big enough firm which had the ability to reduce the cost of production. হতে পারে ইকোনমিক্স স্কেলের জন্য, হতে পারে গভর্নমেন্টের হেল্পের জন্য। Whatever the case is, it is able to produce at a much lower marginal cost and average cost. Now there is a profit maximizing level of output. MC2 MR যেখানে ইন্টারসেক্ট করছে, তো QM প্রডিউস হবে। এখন কনজিউমারদের কিছু সারপ্লাস আছে, because they're able to buy it. Even though it's a high price, they're still able to purchase it. So when there is a question about monopoly or nothing, যে monopoly হলেই প্রোডাক্টটা প্রডিউস হবে সাপ্লাই হবে মার্কেটে ভার্সেস উইদাউট আ monopoly কোনোই প্রোডাকশন বা সাপ্লাই হবে না, then you would choose a monopoly. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you do not always have a basically you do not always have an option to choose between monopoly and perfect competition. That is a perfect world. Then I would choose perfect competition. But sometimes it's a comparison between monopoly or nothing. So you wouldn't want nothing. You want some goods. That's when you can choose the monopoly. একবার মোনোপলিতে প্রোডাকশন শুরু হয়ে গেলে প্রোডাক্টে যদি এখন সাপ্লাই হয় মার্কেটে, তখন হয়তো আমি বলবো যে হ্যাঁ এখন আমি পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশন চাই। বাট ইনিশিয়ালি তো কোনো প্রোডাকশনই ছিল না, তখন অনলি মোনোপলি আসলে এটা প্রডিউস হতো। দেন আই উড ওয়ান্ট আ monopoly. So this is a case for the monopoly. That even if I know that compared to perfect competition, a monopoly is less efficient, I would still want a monopoly if that means without the monopoly there is no product. Market আমি তখন monopoly চাবো because I want the product. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So এটাতে কারো কোনো question আছে in this topic? Okay, if not, this topic is over. We'll take a 5 minutes break and then continue.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is everyone here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Slide দেখা যাচ্ছে? Monopoly and perfect competition এর
Yes,
মাঝখানে
ma'am,
যে
দেখা
market
যাচ্ছে।
structure গুলো. Okay. So this is simply nothing but a small introduction, and that's it, about the market structures that are between perfect competition and monopoly. Monopoly is one extreme, perfect competition is another extreme. In between, we have other types of market which are much more common in the real world. So if you had a little basically flow chart of the market structure, on one side you have perfect competition, on the other side you have imperfect competition, যেটার মধ্যে you have your monopoly, your monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and then we'll see what duopoly is. So I'm gonna start with monopolistic competition. Again, it's a theory. Everything is a theory which depends on assumption. So it has both features of monopoly, basically, as well as perfect competition. That's why it's monopolistic market. So the three main assumptions are that in monopolistic market structures, there are many, many buyers and many, many sellers. So very similar to your perfectly competitive market, where also there are lots of buyers and lots of sellers. The second assumption is that each firm, a monopolistic competition in প্রতিটা firm in the industry, they are not, unlike perfect competition, they are not selling homogeneous goods. ওরা কিন্তু identical goods sell করছে না. They are selling very similar goods. কিছুটা slightly differentiated, but they are very similar, which means that they are actually substitutes of each other. They are not perfect substitutes like perfect competition, where all the products are identical, but they are very similar. They have slight differences, and these differences could be due to their packaging, the way they have been packaged, due to the advertisement, the way they are being advertised, due to their brand name. Certain brand names দের সাথে মানুষ বেশি associate করবে. It may be due to their basically customer care. Certain firms their customer care are different. It may be due to their return policy. কিছু firms কিছু হয়তো product গুলো very similar, maybe they're identical. The difference is যে একটা firm হয়তো return করতে allow করছে, exchange করতে, আরেকটা হচ্ছে করছে না. That's the difference. One could be basically maybe one firm provides online delivery, whereas the other does not. So these are the differences. This is what actually makes the products different from each other. So the product may not be different at all. সেটাও possible. The differences come in these different aspects, like the branding, the packaging, where it is being provided, the type of salespeople are in the organization, the type of return policy, the type of customer cares, the type of delivery, basically policies. These are the differences. These are the factors that ultimately make one product different from the other. এই যে ডিফারেন্সেস গুলোর জন্য এটাকে মোনোপলিস্টিক কম্পিটিশন বলা হয়. ইটস নট পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশন. পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশন হলে দে উড বি আইডেন্টিক্যাল, কোনো কিছুতেই ডিফারেন্স হতো না, দে উড বি পারফেক্ট সাবস্টিটিউটস. হিয়ার দ্যাটস নট দ্য কেস. So they're very similar, but they're not the same. That's the second assumption in monopolistic competition. And the third assumption is, because আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি there are many, many sellers and many buyers, this is ultimately telling you that there is actually easy entry and easy exit. You can easily start up a business and start selling a product in a monopolistic competition. হয়তো পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশনের মতো এত ইজি না, বাট মোনোপলির মতো এত ডিফিকাল্টও না. ব্যারিয়ার্স গুলো আমরা যে ডিফারেন্ট ব্যারিয়ার্স দেখেছিলাম, লিগাল ব্যারিয়ার্স, ইকোনমিক্স অফ স্কেল, or ownership of resource, they are not very high in monopolistic competition, which is why many firms can easily enter and start producing in a market like this. তো এই যে তিনটা assumption সবাই বুঝতে পারছে monopolistic এর?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So সবচেয়ে common examples of monopolistic markets are the restaurant industry, the food industry, where if you look at these three examples, KFC, BFC, and CFC, they're all ultimately producing and selling fried chicken. But there's a difference in terms of their packaging. There's a difference in terms of their brand name. KFC is an international brand. There's a difference in terms of basically the type of meals that they are providing. So ঘুরে ফিরে maybe the product isn't very different, হয়তো একটু taste different হতে পারে, but এই যে different aspects গুলো, like their branding, their packaging, and so on, this is what makes each other different from others. So they are substitutes, but not perfect substitutes. Think about like parlors and salons. There are different parlors. Think about these boutiques like Arong, K-Craft, Yellow, Capside. These are all selling Punjabi. So difference to Arong is a brand name in itself. It has been there for over 40 years. That's why people maybe end up buying from Arong. Even if this is the same Punjabi, আমরা হয়তো K-Craft এ পাবো. Difference to their brand difference. That's the difference. many boutiques. These are examples. If you think of schools are also in the monopolistic market system. ঘুরে ফিরে স্কুলসরা কিন্তু খুবই সিমিলার সার্ভিস প্রোভাইড করছে এডুকেশন, but the differences are maybe in their facilities, maybe in the campus, maybe in the building. These are the differences actually. There is a school in every maybe second or third road in an area in Dhaka city. There are so many schools. There are lots of, that means, sellers in this market. They're all selling education, but slightly differences in terms of maybe the facility that they're providing. Maybe some schools have a computer lab, others don't. Some schools have teachers who have a foreign degree, others don't. These are the differences. So this is a monopolistic market structure. বুঝতে পারছি সবাই?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the schools are all substitutes of each other, but they're not perfect substitutes. That's why কি হচ্ছে মানুষ চুজ করছে কোন স্কুলে পাঠাবে ওদের ছেলে মেয়েকে. That's why. Here, when it comes to perfect competition, আমরা কি দেখেছি, because there are so many buyers and sellers, the firms are ultimately what? They are price takers because they're all selling the same product. Here, that's not the case. Why? Because they're selling similar products, not identical. কিছুটা difference ওরা create করতে পারছে, যেটার কারণে they can charge a different price. So when it comes to monopolistic market structure, the firms are not price takers, they're actually price makers. Why? Because, for example, if you compare between, let's say, two universities, think of, let's say, East-West University and North-South University. They're both providing education, higher education, but কিছুটা কিন্তু ওদের কোর্সে প্রাইসে ডিফারেন্স আছে. The reason is because of the differences in their maybe facilities, maybe the campus and so on. Many differences হতে পারে. Productটা কি ঘুরে ফিরে it's the same thing, it's higher education. There are slight differences maybe. A slight differences these two universities are charging different prices for their courses. That's the case. Because the product is slightly differentiated, it's no longer the case of perfect competition where everyone has to charge the same price. So if you think of KFC versus BFC, KFC charges slightly higher price compared to BFC. Because KFC কি হতে পারে, maybe international brand recognition আছে, যেটার কারণে ওরা একটা different price charge করতে পারে and still people are buying from them. Maybe that's the case. So because you are price setters and not price takers anymore, because the goods are not perfect substitutes. They are substitutes but not perfect substitutes, and there are certain differences in the goods, you can charge a slightly different price. So each one monopolistic firm will have its own demand curve, and this will be downward sloping. It is no longer going to be like perfect competition মতো completely horizontal হবে না. কেন? Because the goods are not identical, there are slight differences. Everyone does not have to charge the same price. If I am KFC, I can charge a slightly different price compared to BFC. Because my product is slightly different, I can claim that I'm charging this price because of the difference in my product. And আমরা কি দেখেছি যে if this means that because you have some control over the price, this will be a downward sloping demand curve. আমি যদি একটু বেশি সেল করতে চাই, KFC একটু বেশি সেল করতে চাইলে প্রাইসটা একটু কমিয়ে দিবে. So that means because it's a price taker, it's a price searcher, not price taker, it's a price maker, it's a price searcher or a price setter, same thing, it will have a downward sloping demand curve, which automatically is telling you that just like monopoly, the price will be higher than the marginal revenue. That's the case for any price setter. এটা monopoly হতে হবে না. যে কোনো মার্কেটে যদি একটা price setter থাকে, price will be higher than marginal revenue. That means the marginal revenue curve will be below the demand curve. And in profit maximization, just like monopoly, monopolistic firms will also charge a price higher than MC. So what level of output are they producing? যেখানে MR and MC equal, profit maximizing level of output. It's the same for everyone. So that means MR MC কোথায় equal? This is the MR curve, this is the marginal cost curve. The monopolistic firm round সেখানে produce করবে. All firms are producing where MR and MC are equal. But because their product is slightly different, they can charge a different price. They can charge according to the demand curve. যে তার প্রোডাক্টের কি ডিমান্ড আছে সেটার উপরে বেস করে প্রাইস চার্জ করতে পারবে. So it will charge a price P1. So obviously P1 is higher than the marginal cost. So just like monopoly, a monopolistic firm is also not resource allocative efficient because its price is always above the marginal cost. That's why price and marginal cost যদি equal হয় তখনই resource allocative efficient হবে. যেটা একমাত্র পারফেক্ট কম্পিটিশনে হয় when firms are maximizing profit. Whenever we move into imperfect competition, that's not the case anymore. So these are the similarities with monopoly. এখানে monopoly সাথে কিছু similarities আছে, যেরকম perfect competition এর সাথে কিছু similarities আছে, monopoly সাথেও কিছু similarities আছে in monopolistic competition. এটা কি সবাই বুঝতে পারছে?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If I ask you why can monopolistic firms, even if there's so many buyers and sellers, can charge a different price, your answer is they're selling slightly differentiated products. They're not identical. That's why they have the ability to charge a different price. And the minute you can charge a different price, you have some control over the price, you'll have a downward sloping demand curve, and you will see the price will be above marginal revenue and above marginal cost. So কিছু portions of the market are similar to perfect competition, কিছু portion of the market are similar to monopoly. So it's sort of like a mixture. So this was monopolistic competition. Then you have oligopoly. So perfect competition is the most competitive. Then comes monopolistic competition, and then comes oligopoly. Then comes duopoly, and then comes monopoly. So oligopoly tate, there are some few large firms, kichu large firms ache, like 5, 6, 7, 8 large firms that dominate the industry. So market share ta dominated hocche by these few large firms. So whatever competition, the competition in the whole market is quite limited. ওদের মধ্যে competition হতে পারে, but generally there are just some large firms that are actually the major players in these markets. That's why সেটাকে আমরা বলি oligopolistic market structure. Now in oligopoly, perfect competition, monopolyতে কিছু specific assumption ছিল যে এই assumption গুলো থাকবে no matter what. Oligopoly theory-তে basically there are many different types of theories for oligopoly. And among them, there are some common assumptions. এই কয়েকটা assumption কি সবাই ultimately agree করে. But there are also other assumptions that are not agreed by everyone. We'll look at just the common assumptions. In oligopolistic market, there are very few sellers, unlike perfect competition or monopoly. So not monopoly, unlike perfect competition or monopolistic, যেখানে there are many, many sellers. In terms of oligopoly, there are only few sellers, but there can be lots of buyers. That's not an issue. Monopoly, there's only one seller. So এখানে monopoly থেকে বেশি sellers, but perfect competition অথবা monopolist থেকে কম sellers. That's the difference oligopoly তে. So এই যে few firms that are dominating the market, they're very dependent on each other. So oftentimes they'll actually take decisions, make strategies based on what other firms are doing. Interdependent বলতে বোঝাচ্ছে that if there are 5 firms in this market, the actions or the decisions of one firm will affect other firms as well, not just itself. So they're very dependent on each other. That's why অনেক সময় দেখা যায় যে oligopolistic market কি হয়, একটা ফার্ম একটা ডিসিশন নিলে, একটা স্পেসিফিক প্রাইস সেট করলে বা কোনোভাবে যদি the product কে basically advertise করছে, অন্য ফার্মসরাও সেটাকে ফলো করে. So each of them are making decisions that are affecting each other, and they're also making decisions based on what others are doing. That's the case about oligopolistic market. They're dependent on each other. So there are few sellers, few very large sellers, many buyers, and these sellers are interdependent. এটা সবাই বুঝতে পারছে interdependent বলতে কি বোঝাচ্ছে?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the second assumption, which is not a very direct assumption, is that perfect competition আমরা কি জানি that they are producing identical products. Monopolistic competition they are producing differentiated products. Monopoly it's just one unique product. When it comes to oligopoly, there is no such limitation. You can have an oligopoly market where there is a homogeneous product, like the aluminum market. Aluminum is the same thing, it's identical product. Or you can have an oligopolistic market যেখানে differentiated product sell করা হয়, like the car industry, car manufacturing. So cars are essentially more or less, most of them are the same. The differences are in some features, their brands, and so on. But there are basically a few basically car manufacturers that are dominating the industry. So oligopolistic market, you can see some goods that are identical, হতে পারে, some goods that are differentiated. There's no such limitation. যে একমাত্র homogeneity হবে like perfect competition, or differentiated হবে like monopolistic. Both are possible. And the last assumption, which is connected to your first assumption, that there are only few sellers, is that there's significant barriers to entry. It's very difficult to enter an oligopolistic market. Reason, as you can see, there are only 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 firms that entering this market. That's why মাত্র 4-5-6টা হয়তো ইন্ডাস্ট্রি হয়তো 5টা কি 10টা খুব বেশি হলে ফার্মস আর ডমিনেট করে এই মার্কেটে, বিকজ ইটস ডিফিকাল্ট ফর নিউ ফার্মস টু এন্টার। সাধারণত সবচেয়ে কমন রিজনস হতে পারে ইকোনমিক্স অফ স্কেল কুড বি আ রিজন দ্যাট it's very costly to produce and only a few firms have the ability to produce at such a low cost. Other than that, আমরা যে এইসব ডিফারেন্ট ব্যারিয়ার্স গুলো দেখতে পারি সেটা হতে পারে যে লিগ্যাল ব্যারিয়ার্স আছে, then ownership of resources. The barriers are still the same, but monopoly there is an extremely hard degree of barrier, making it difficult for any other firm to enter. Whereas oligopolistic, of course, the barriers to entry are extremely large, they're very significant, but some firms, more than one firms, have the ability to break them, but the rest do not. So because এতগুলো barrier থাকে, এত difficult barriers থাকে, that's why ultimately only few firms are dominating the industry. So এখানে because only few firms are dominating the industry, they have the control over price. কিছুটা হলে ওদের প্রাইসের উপরে কন্ট্রোল আছে। That's why oligopolistic firms are price searcher or price makers. They are not price takers like perfect competition. So like monopoly, like monopolistic competition, oligopolistic competition, oligopolistic competition, the firms are price setters, price searchers. They have some control over the market. That's why, because there are only few firms that are dominating the market, so they have some degree of basically control over the price that they're setting. Monopoly moto control nahi, because monopoly is only one firm, it can control everything. Oligopolistic is few firms, that's why the control is slightly lower, but much higher than perfect competition or monopolistic. So actually perfect competition ছাড়া বাকি আমরা যা types of competition দেখলাম সবগুলোতেই they are all actually price setters, they are not price takers. এটা কি সবাই বুঝতে পারছে? Is everyone following?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these are some examples of oligopolistic markets. There's airline industry চিন্তা করলে there's বিমান. These are the ones that are dominating in our country. If you think about networks, mobile phone networks, think about like GP, Robi, Banglalink, these are the dominating basically. They're আমাদের market, আমাদের যে phone services market shareটা mainly ওরাই কিন্তু dominate করছে, GP, Robi, Banglalink. So ওদের কিন্তু product গুলো slightly different, they're not identical. So they're all providing phone services, they're all providing us with the ability to speak over the phone and use the internet, but হয়তো ওদের প্যাকেজ গুলো একটু slightly different, ইন্টারনেটের প্যাকেজটা একটু slightly different হতে পারে, যে different bundles যারা provide করে, these are the differences. Maybe the way they're advertising their product, that is slightly different. How GP advertises versus Banglalink, they're actually advertising the product differently. So this is where the differences are coming. So এখানে oligopolistic market, but এখানে কি products are slightly differentiated. The oil and gas industry, যেখানে OPEC is the most basically widely stated example, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Country. So it's basically made up of 13 countries. There are 13 basically countries that are member of OPEC, such as Iran, Iraq, Kuwait. These are the countries. They are actually basically I think they control over almost 80% of the total oil reserves in the world, and they basically I think produce over 40% of all the oil and gas in the world. So এখানে কি হচ্ছে, these 13 countries are actually controlling our oil production and reserves. So সেটা oligopolistic market. এখানে oilটা কিন্তু identical product, but there are certain firms, or you can say certain countries, that are dominating the entire world when it comes to oil and gas production. এই oligopolistic এর মধ্যে we have something known as duopoly. Duopoly-তে হচ্ছে মাত্র 2টা ফার্ম হচ্ছে dominant, compared to oligopolistic যেখানে maybe 4, 5, 6, 10 firms. Monopoly, there is only one firm. There is duopoly, which has 2 firms that are dominating the industry. Think about soft drinks. Coca-Cola and Pepsi are dominating the soft drink industry throughout the world. Aircraft, plane production is Boeing or Airbus. So if there's a plane, it's either produced by Boeing, which is American, or Airbus, which is European. এই দুইটার মধ্যে যে কোনো একটাই প্লেনকে প্রডিউস করছে. They are basically they can be known as the duopoly, the 2 major players in the market. Or if you think about electronic payments, MasterCard and Visa. Cardের উপরে হয় MasterCard লিখা থাকে, না হলে Visa. These are the 2 basically companies that are dominating the electronic payment market system. Okay, সবাই কি বুঝতে পারছে? Any questions here?
নো ম্যাম।
Okay, so there's only one slide left, which is cartel theory. আমি চ্যাপ্টারটা অলরেডি দিয়ে দিয়েছি গুগল ক্লাসরুমে. This is like 2 pages, the chapter. So just read from the chapter. Okay, can everyone hear me?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
ঠিক আছে,
Yes, ma'am.
আমি যে মার্কেট স্ট্রাকচার নিয়ে যা পড়ালাম আজকে, ইনক্লুডিং দ্য কার্টেল থিওরি, যেটা আমি এখনো পড়াইনি, ইটস ইয়োর রেসপন্সিবিলিটি। মার্কেট স্ট্রাকচার, অলিগোপলিস্টিক মার্কেট স্ট্রাকচার এন্ড মোনোপলি, যেটা মোনোপলিস্টিক, এই দুইটা মার্কেট স্ট্রাকচার পড়ালাম আজকে লাস্টের হাফ এন আওয়ার। সবাই শুনতে পারছে?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
ওকে, এটা চ্যাপ্টার অলরেডি আমি কালকে রাতেই দিয়ে দিয়েছি। নাও ইটস আপ টু ইউ. If you want your attendance, your homework, your attendance will be counted through your homework, which is এই যে মার্কেট স্ট্রাকচারটা পড়ালাম, মোনোপলিস্টিক এন্ড অলিগোপলিস্টিক, যা আজকে পড়িয়েছি, সেটা ম্যাক্সিমাম 1 পেজ, মিনিমাম 2 প্যারাগ্রাফস, ম্যাক্সিমাম 1 পেজ, মিনিমাম 2 প্যারাগ্রাফসে সামারাইজ করে, ইন ইয়োর ওন ওয়ার্ডস, ডোন্ট মেমোরাইজ এনিথিং, নিজের ওয়ার্ডসে সামারাইজ করে লিখে বিফোর 3:30 ইউ উইল সাবমিট ইট। শোনা যাচ্ছে?
Yes, ma'am.
আমি লিংক দিয়ে দিচ্ছি। দ্যাট ইজ ইয়োর অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স। টুডে ইউ হ্যাভ আ লট অফ টাইম ফর ইয়োর হোমওয়ার্ক। নেক্সট টাইম আমি তার থেকেও কম টাইম দিব। সো ইউ শুড লার্ন টু বি অ্যাটেন্টিভ ইন ক্লাস। ইফ ইউ ওয়ান্ট ইয়োর অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স, দ্যাটস দ্য হোমওয়ার্ক।
ম্যাম
আমি
ম্যাম
দিয়ে
আজকে 3:30
আবার বলো।
ম্যাম
হ্যাঁ,
আজকে
আজকে
3:30 এর মধ্যে
ইয়েস।
ম্যাম ল্যাব আছে আজকে ম্যাম ডিপার্টমেন্টাল
কয়টায়
Yes, ma'am.
তোমার lab? কয়টায়?
ম্যাম ম্যাম 1:30 থেকে
হ্যাঁ,
3:30
এখন তো 1:30 পর্যন্ত টাইম আছে। দিস ইজ শর্ট হোমওয়ার্ক। কি শুনেছো, কি বুঝেছো, দেখে লিখে আমাকে সাবমিট করে দিবা হোমওয়ার্কে। তাই তো আমি এত টাইম দিলাম, অলমোস্ট 4 আওয়ার্স টাইম।
মিস খালি অলিগোপলি আর মনোপলিস্টিক, রাইট?
জাস্ট অলিগোপলি এন্ড মনোপলিস্টিকে যা যা পড়েছেন। কার্টেল থিওরিটা নিজে পড়ে নিবা আগে, আমি দেখবো নিজে পড়ে কতটুকু বুঝো। দ্যাট ইজ দ্য হোমওয়ার্ক এন্ড দ্যাট ইজ ইয়োর অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স। ইজ দিস ক্লিয়ার?
ইয়েস ম্যাম।
Just oligopoly and monopolistic, other market structures, chapter already uploaded, not monopoly, নতুন যে দুইটা মার্কেট স্ট্রাকচার যা আমি পড়িয়েছি সেটার একটা ছোট সামারি, ম্যাক্সিমাম 1 পেজ, মিনিমাম 2 প্যারাগ্রাফস, ইউ হ্যাভ আপ টু 3:30. Okay, class is over, you may leave.
মাই অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স।
Ma'am,
এইমাত্র কি বললাম আমি?
ও ম্যাম সরি।
অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা হোমওয়ার্ক দিলে।
ma'am,
ইয়েস বলো।
ম্যাম আসলে আমি অসুস্থ, তো আমার হাতে হলো ক্যানোলা পড়া ম্যাম, আমি জন্য লিখতে পারবো না।